Okay, and we are live.
That was fast.
That was fast, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to WordStitch. I am Chloe.
And I'm Sandy, and we are WordStitch.
Yeah, yeah. We're being redundant today. We have not done this in a while, and we're having technical difficulties. But we are here. Oh God, that reminds me. I need to get the timer going too. Hey.
It's okay, I just adjusted my selfie camera for this.
Perfect.
Lighting issues, technology issues. Okay, but if you're here for the first time, we're here as a virtual write in, and that is our goal is to get you words and us words together in
Mhm.
timed virtual writing sprints.
Yes.
So,
Uh, and we're gonna get this one started. I'm sorry. I've done a bit of a rearrange. Sandy, I feel like you've done a little bit of a rearrange on your equipment as well, right?
oh my god, I transformed like my entire setup to a standing desk over the holidays and such. It's all a mess. I have this like little embroidery filter now to be a sound pop. Yeah, we're in
Hmm.
different environments.
Yeah, I realized that like ultimately all I need at this point is one of those little USB number pads, like accountants use, but I just needed to set the stupid timer for this. Um,
Oh,
so you're gonna have to bear with us with our technical difficulties today, but I have the timer up and going, and we are gonna go ahead and get our first sprint going. We are gonna write for the next 10 minutes. We are free forming everything today, so we're not gonna have any what's the word, prompts. We're not gonna have any prompts today. We'll get back to prompts next week, but
this is a
yeah.
warm up.
Um,
It's a New Year's warm up.
yeah, 10-minute warm up. Write as many words as you can in the next 10 minutes. Go ahead and start.
Almost back. Okay, we are back.
Woo!
Woo!
How'd you do?
All right, let's see how I did. 161. And I was focused too, so that's a little rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what happened?
Actually, so this is a little bit of a tough story to write. This is the reader magnet that I was,
Oh,
yeah. And it's like a weird length, so I'm having a hard time like getting into the story. Like I have to think a lot harder about this than I would think about other stories. What about you?
I did about 350. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, which is no, I'm sorry, about 300, but that's still better than
Still good. Yeah.
yeah. I'm at an easy part in the story finally. Uh,
Nice.
because I'm still working on my Christmas romance. But I'm plowing ahead on it. I'm making progress on it.
So we said that this year we were going to get back to our like themes though, and if you are joining us for the first time, our breaks are themed around like technical skills and then writing skills and then creative skills. So this is our technical skills break. Um, so you're still working on your holiday romance, but we should talk about our plans for the new year in terms of like tech skills, right? So Chloe, do you have specific tech plans for your 2019 writing
Okay.
goals?
Well, so here's what I'm thinking for this one. I feel like my plans, like some of my plans are definitely like how what I need to do with social media and whatnot for actually like being a successful writer.
Hmm.
Because of course being a writer isn't just or being a successful um profitable writer
Yeah.
uh isn't just writing, unfortunately. Not anymore. I feel like there was a time where like you could just write stuff and send it out, and if you did well somebody would pick it up, but that's just not the world that we're in now.
Mm-mm.
So I am working on getting doing publishing by the end of the year. So at this point, I'm not just like getting my library built up, but also getting all of my social media and then like all these other little things that you need to do as a writer just to get that base. And so I know that you're in the exact same situation
Hmm.
that we're like both having to do the like getting the email list for newsletters together, even though I am hating the idea of that.
Do you hate it? I actually love it. Okay, so last what fall we kind of talked about how writing is a little bit like you sort of start at like a middle school, elementary school level, and you like move up in grades, right? And I have this sense right now that I'm in like my second freshman semester, and that I'm like, because like the first semester, like so I if you're not following us or this is your first time, which it could be, um, so I self-published my first book in December, and that felt like a very freshman thing to do. Like it was a little naive. I'm really glad I did it. It felt like a major
Okay.
project, but I knew very
Yeah.
little about what I was doing. Like the world felt super dark, and now I feel like I have to like go from there and like learn all this stuff. So it's like the technical aspect to this, the getting the newsletters and the social media followers, but also like setting your website up. I don't know if you've done this or not yet, but like your website needs a privacy policy for you to get those newsletter subscribers. So like that's a technical thing that I think most writers don't even think about, that like you've actually got to write yourself a privacy policy so that you can
Yeah.
get subscribers. Or like marketing groups. I'm scheduled to go to an SEO marketing group on the 15th to like learn SEO, which
Yeah. SEO is intense.
super
And
intense.
it's supposed to like it seems like the dumbest thing ever. If you don't know what SEO is, it is, I believe, search engine optimization, correct? That's
I
what
think
it stands
so.
for.
Yeah.
And it's literally about like using the proper keywords
Hmm.
to like get viewers.
Right.
And it is crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's like every time you have to put keywords in to anything you write, and how you stress about them, it's that. But like once you learn about SEO, it becomes that much more stressful.
Yeah. Well, and I always thought like there were a lot of tools and like technical tools on the writing side. Like we spend a lot of time on Scrivener and such. And I've been thinking like that's what our technical needs are. But honestly, like, okay, SEO, K-lytics, like learning what your Amazon Kindle keywords should be, newsletters generally, the whole privacy policy and how it relates to the European Union's rules that'll like potentially get you like kicked off of MailChimp. But like these kinds of things are, I think, really important. And that's a lot. Like it's a semester of work to learn.
Yeah.
So,
It's easy to like not realize you need it because
mhm.
like I'm sure I'm not the only person out there who like has come off of a bit of an Etsy career, and with things like Etsy you just do whatever you feel like, and it just magically works. Etsy is crazy. I don't know if you've ever like I had a business where I was doing cross stitch patterns, and it was absolutely, if you build it they will come, and do whatever the hell you want, watch out for like copyright infringement, but do you really have to watch out that much? Depends on how Etsy feels about you. um so yeah, like, so coming off of something like that where you just throw yourself out there and it works or it doesn't, it's weird getting into something where there's like a lot more technical and legal and
Yeah.
whatnot to deal with.
You know,
Yeah.
I read a statistic today too that like something like there's like 1,000 people making more than 100,000 a year as self-published authors on Amazon. Now that's minuscule compared to the number of people who are self-publishing, right? But like 1,000 people out there making six-figure incomes, and they're doing it as indie publishers. So I mean, they're essentially writer-preneurs, which I think is what you kind of, I mean, most people who are traditionally published aren't making that
Yeah.
kind of money. In fact, I don't know if there's 1,000 people making six figures. At least they're not reporting it the same way, right? So, but like as an independent publisher,
Are you
then
talking about like traditional publishing? Is there more than 1,000
oh, I'm
people?
sure there's more, but well, I'm not
Oh,
sure there's more actually.
absolutely, absolutely. But
Like
they are people who
today,
got into the market 20 plus years ago.
yeah, yeah,
And that's it. Like they have gotten grandfathered into it, and the market is a very different place. They just happen to have the readership from traditional publishing as king days.
or they got just really ridiculously lucky. They met the right agent at the right time who had the right connection, and they were writing the diverse book about the like historical YA setting. I mean, they did the right.
Right.
Okay, but for all the rest of
Lucked
us,
out and HBO read your book and wanted to give you
a
a
deal.
show
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
But otherwise, you're having to deal with like the business. So, I mean, are you going to have an LLC? Did you register your trade name with the county? Did you think about sales taxes for if you're selling your own book? Like, if you're going to go to an anime convention and have a desk, you actually have to have like particular registration with the state. Like,
Yeah.
there's a
And even
lot of
like,
stuff.
do you know at what point you have to start reporting your income tax or for income tax? Because there's a dollar amount for that, where if you earn less than a certain amount, you don't even have to report it. But once you earn over a certain amount, you have to report every penny of it. The companies that you're selling through, are they going to report you no matter what it is? So yeah, there's a lot of business.
Yeah. So I think this year in our technical segments, we should potentially go through the tools that we're learning each week because it is massive.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. But hey, it is 4:25, and we also need to write.
I'm all about this because I need the words. Okay. So go ahead and start, and we'll see you in 25.
Okay, we're back. Wow, I almost missed that. Am I back? Did I mute myself? Hello? Hello? Now am I back? Weird. I cannot hear you, Chloe. Can you hear me? Weird, weird, weird. So if you're watching, sorry for the technical difficulty. We are having some muted problems. Can you hear me now? No, nothing. No muting happening there. What about now? Yeah, I can't hear you at all. But you can't hear me either, can you? Is it a volume issue? Hang on a second. I may have figured something out. Try it again. And I can't hear you still. Can you hear me now? You can't hear me. Okay. Yeah, we'll relaunch. Okay, so we're gonna go to a technical difficulties thing here, and we will be back. This is... New year, new technical problems. Okay, I am relaunching Google Hangouts. Okay, so you are back. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna mute us here also.
But we're also like now in the middle of our 30 minutes. So I say we just go. Are we live again?
We're live again.
Okay,
Hi.
so hi, sorry. I don't know what happened. That could have been me. I don't know. I don't know how. Anyways, we're supposed to be in the middle of our 1K 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That is obviously we're not going to quite get that, but we will start it in 2 minutes. And we'll just do 20 minutes for our next one. Assuming that this loads. I had to reboot my computer, and so of course my computer is trying to launch everything at once right now. So hopefully this will come back up by then. And then so we'll just talk about our writing goals and our last break.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Because so 20 minutes now, and then last. Is that what we
Yeah,
said?
I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just trying to get my timer up, and I've got like now because I was trying to load everything too quickly. I've got a fairly new computer, but I am still trying to load everything too quickly. So now everything is crashing
Oh
slightly.
no.
Oh, oh, there we go. It wasn't even. It's not even that. It was one of those. I have a survey that I need to do on something, and I tried to launch everything at the same time on top of it. um and it really just wanted me to tell it what to do. So I'm back, except again I've kind of swamped everything in its wake. Come on.
It's okay. I totally got to watch the entire Ariana Grande Thank You Next video while this was going on.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was lovely.
Yeah, like a really weird camera shot of me, but that's okay. There we go. Okay.
All
So
right.
apologies to everybody who watches this. Sorry things got a little hectic there, but we are still going to do 20 right now, and hopefully you were writing while you were waiting for us to come back. So this is all going to work out to be your 1K 30 minutes. So go ahead and start now. Yay!
Okay. All right, no technical difficulties. Just
Woo!
yeah, just caught up in the writing. Okay, hang
Yeah.
on. That was 687 for me. Not bad.
I got about 500, and I had to take a potty break in the middle of that, so I'm good with
Also,
that.
yeah, also very good. And we are like back on schedule, so
Yes.
that's
Yep.
good. So we should talk about our writing goals then, I guess, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay, do you want to
So,
go
so what
first?
do you want I guess I can go
Go
first.
first.
So I have done that thing where I like write everything out. And my writing list is substantial. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it all, but list, great big writing list.
Whoa.
So I've got 8 items on my list for this year. It's a mix of like projects that are already in existence. Most of them are things that are already in existence and just like where I'm getting with them. I do have so Girlfriend by the Hour and Ugly Sister, which are both pretty much completes. I do want to get them published. Both of them are the beginnings of series. Both of them.
Oh, you're frozen. Uh-oh. We are really having some weird technical difficulties today.
I would like to get both of those into their beta reads.
Okay, wait, but you froze like a minute ago. So go back to Girlfriend by the Hour. You want to get those published.
Yes, but my published list is Girlfriend by the Hour, and Ugly Sister, and also the Christmas one that I'm working on right now. I would like to get them all published by the end of the year. Um, I would like to get the sequels to both Girlfriend by the Hour and Ugly Sister to beta readers by the end of the year, because those two, Ugly Sister's sequel is very nearly complete. There's literally just like a little bit of wonkiness at the end that I need to finish writing, but it's under 5,000 words that's left.
Okay.
Lover by the Hour, Girlfriend sequel, is a
Yes.
bit more substantial what I need to do, but I have finally figured out how to do it. So I'm ready to go on that. And then, so like the one that I'm working on now, I would like to get published. I would like to have the rough draft of another clean romance, my summer project. I would like to have that roughed out. Olivia's Confectionery Delights. I would like to get that figured out. I feel like I can probably, even though there is, I don't know. Like, I would love to be able to get it under the cleaner romance. I think it's going to have to be in the middle, because there's some lesbian scenes, and I feel like right off the bat, I'm kind of knocking myself out of clean romance simply by like having, even though there's not like explicit detail, there's definitely like a handy at a bar.
Oh.
Yeah, and so even though like there's a sex scene that I could absolutely like omit in it, I still feel like just like for the way that the plot is, it's just going to be kind of a generic romance. And then I do have plans for a reader magnet, so that needs to be finished this year.
So, in your reader magnet, is it a short story or?
Yes, it is going to be a short story. I believe I've mentioned this to you before, but in the past I've tried to take a really jacked up fairy tale. The world is filled with jacked up fairy tales. Like once you get outside of the Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm, things get really weird. So I've tried to write one of those into an erotica before. Nothing terrible happened with it. Like I could pick it back up. But there's another one that I'm looking at, and I'm thinking about just kind of making a little series of erotic tellings of fairy tales. And again, like there's really like I'm not changing the plot in any way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the implied sex will now be explicit.
Explicit.
But I figured that would be a pretty decent reader magnet.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll be doing Sleeping Beauty, which is totally
Ooh,
original for it.
that's
Uh,
perfect.
yeah, terrifying. If you've ever read the source material for Sleeping Beauty, it's absolutely terrible.
Mm-mm.
I figured out how to make it not rapey though.
Good.
And really, that's where I have to change the plot slightly. I need to make it not rapey.
I think that is a good goal to aspire to turn a scary fairy tale into something that's sexy and not rapey. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
just gonna kind of be a spell that happens to the guy where
nice.
he thinks that like she is absolutely 100% on board. And instead of in a coma, which is eerily bad timing now for that to happen. Um, yeah.
You'll make it work.
Yeah, it's okay.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, they're both victims in this
They're both
story.
victims. I think in a fairy tale they literally are all victims, and that is how that goes.
Yeah.
So okay, so that is like what, 4, 5 projects, and that's all before Nano, right? Oh, you're frozen again. Why with the frozen? Uh. Okay, now you're
I,
back.
I froze. That was
Yes.
me. I tried to mouse over something again. I got like all this stuff popping up that is angry with me because it doesn't like to be rebooted. Okay.
Ah. So
Yes. So, anyways.
so you are also in. So I have I don't know. I've got probably way too ambitious plans. I want to do. I'm starting off the year with a reader magnet because one thing that I regret doing with my YA fantasy is not having a reader magnet and not thinking about marketing. So like I've always sort of gone like, oh, I need the book first. Like I think it's very possible that for me, I need the subscribers first so that I have the
Yeah.
pressure.
I
Um,
think it's a delicate time thing that you really like. You want that magnet first, but you want that
mhm.
novel to also be queued up right behind it. Like you've
Yes,
got like a month that you need to within that month.
I think that's
Uh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like with reader magnets, like it. I don't know. I mean, it'll be an experiment, and the
What kind
magnets are
of
hard.
yeah.
So right now I'm trying to do like a time travel thing because apparently that's like kind of hot right now in romance.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
time
Um,
travel in like 20,000 words.
Outlander, yes.
It's like so hard, and I think that for a novel you get all this time to like learn the characters, but for a reader magnet of 20,000 words you got to meet the guy and the
Yeah.
girl and like get them together, and that
What time frame are you doing?
I'm actually doing a family of like a time travel family that lives in the future, and they come back to present day
Oh,
to like meet their like
oh,
basically they all have a future. Like there's a family of 5. Every person has like a future spouse, partner, or whatever that they're supposed to meet in the past, and like each reader magnet, which, and I'm not doing all 5 this year, but like
yeah.
each reader magnet I want one family member to meet their person. So this one is Perry, who needs to go meet his person and bring her back, and he either, oh, you were muted again. Why are you muted? Oh my gosh, what happened? A thing happened. You're totally muted. Okay, wait. So just to finish that thought, so Perry needs to go find his woman and bring her back before she dies. That's our conflict in 20,000 words. But back to technical problems. I cannot hear you at all. Very very weird. Like you just cut out. Oh no. Epic fail. Hmm. Okay, so if you are, huh? That is very weird. No, you're still muted. There's nothing. Okay, so do you want to try to reboot your computer again, and we can do the next sprint at 5:45? Okay, so as you can see, we are having some difficulty. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wrap up that last thought so that if you are watching this, that you can get our plans. Not that they're that important, but I'm neurotic. And then we're going to start on our next sprint. And in the meanwhile, Chloe is going to probably reboot her computer, and we will hopefully have her back in 10 minutes. So I have a very similar plan to what she has as far as writing goes. I've got a couple of romances I'm trying to do, 2 of which are already mostly drafted. I'm taking like the world's weirdest vacation in Utah with my husband, who likes to like drive old cars. We're driving old cars with old people who we love, but it's going to be a little bizarre. So I'm going to be spending like a couple of weeks in Utah in a bunch of old cars, and that seems like the setting for a perfect time travel romance. So I will be writing while we drive, maybe time travel romance murder mysteries. I've got a teen YA fantasy that's largely drafted but needs to be finished and then beta read and then sent out, and then some short stories that I want to do with some competitions. So that is mostly what I'm going to be doing this year. Sassafras 2, and also those couple of romances. So if ideally I will finish the year with like 3 romances published, a reader magnet, and my teen YA. Chloe just asked me about my contemporary YA. I have not finished that yet. I think it's a good story. I don't know exactly how to use it. So I'd love to finish it, and I think maybe Swoon Reads is where I'll put it. But I had initially thought maybe Wattpad would be a good spot for this kind of stuff, but I don't love Wattpad for developing an audience. So we can talk more about that when we get back, because it is 5:45. Well, 5:44, and we should probably get back into a writing sprint so that you're not just talking to me if you're an audience member. We don't have a timer. I might be able to do a timer. Let's see if I can make this happen. Let's pause for a little technical break. I'll see if I can't get a timer up, and then we'll write. Okay, so let's start our 10 minutes with my not very impressive timer, but it's still a timer, so we will start it now. Okay. Clearly we are having a few struggles today. Okay, are we both on? We're not both on. What's... Ah! Oh no! All right, so we are having a technically challenging day, I think is the way to put it. But we are delayed enough that I think maybe what we're going to do is call it a day. And hopefully you guys got some good words written. I think I got... I got another 198 there, despite our technical difficulties. So, Chloe, do you want to write how many words you got? Do you have that number? Blame Windows. We do blame Windows. We blame Windows for updating this poorly. But we'll have this fixed by next week, hopefully. And in the meanwhile, write many words and good luck with your goals. And I think I am going to... Ah, nice. Very nice. 1,300 for the day. Very, very impressive. I have not even actually added mine up. And I will probably now do that because now I need to know what I'm at. But in the meanwhile, I think you guys who are watching, you can go home and do whatever you would do after these. All right. Cheers. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.